You know, Americans demand more of their professional athletes and their coaching staff of professional teams and college teams for that matter. They demand more, they hold them to a higher standard than they do the politicians in office. Politicians who are setting the tone for ethics and morals, what is legal, what's illegal, what we're spending money on. I mean, think about the destruction, the ethical mayhem that is going on in America right now, and think about how much of that comes from the political and the judicial realm. People like John Boehner. If a coach doesn't produce a winning record, he's fired. If a player doesn't do what he's supposed to do in a professional sport, he's traded or he's fired, his contract is changed. God save us. We have more interest in our bread and circuses, our circuses, than we do our political leaders. And this holds true for Christian media. If I can speak from my heart, not wanting to be too unkind, but wanting to help you to have discernment, all right? You're going to watch in the coming weeks and months a significant bandwagon occur in the fundraising mail that you get in the mail and in your emails and what you watch on television. You're going to get a significant amount that begins to criticize Boehner and begins to somehow blend Obama and the Republican leadership together as one, and that you need to send your money now so that we can stand up for whatever, fill in the blank of the issue that's important to you. But there has been a marked laziness and a kind of a de facto deception from so-called Christian media that it's really abhorrent. And John Boehner, we needn't look no further than John Boehner to illustrate the point. A very large, well-known pro-family group based in Colorado. One of their top management figures met with Boehner recently and took pictures with him and said, hey, we've told Speaker Boehner that we really expect him to defend the family, et cetera, et cetera. This is maybe 6 months ago. And I'm speaking, of course, of Focus on the Family. And it's just not the same organization as when Dr. Jim Dobson was there, all right? It's just not. So they did this, and they touted their access to Mr. Boehner after Boehner had betrayed us with the funding of Planned Parenthood, okay? And then what did Boehner do? Boehner, who has been given all these awards from various pro-life groups and been given nice coverage from various Christian media, what did Boehner do? As a key leader in the Republican Party, he gave money to 3 Republican candidates, one from Oregon, one from California, one from Massachusetts, who were all supporters of baby killing and supporters of same-gender matrimony, okay? 2 of them, openly homosexual men in a same-gender relationship, all right? That's how Boehner treated the religious right. That's the contempt he showed for the Christian media and for Christian organizations. So if you've been listening to various Christian radio and getting Christian newsletters over the past few years, and they've been touting Boehner and showing pictures and access to Boehner or various Republicans, understand that these various Christian media outlets were involved in the deception. They were involved in the promotion of treacherous deceit, propaganda, because they wanted access to Boehner. They wanted to get photo ops. They wanted to be able to say, we're part of the inside crew. We've got a place at the table. There comes a time when we don't want a place at the enemy's table. We'd sooner cut it up and use it for firewood. David wrote in Psalm 23, the Lord will prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. We don't want a place at their table. We want a table that is adorned with justice and righteousness and the grace of God. I have been a leader in the pro-life movement for 30 years, and sadly we have not prevailed in our goal to make it a criminal act to kill an unborn baby. There's reasons why we have failed. I wrote this book, A Humble Plea, to Catholic bishops, to evangelical clergy, and to lay people, explaining where we went wrong and what we have to do to prevail. We've made this available as a PDF online for free. I encourage you to go and download your own copy.